So hello everyone, welcome to the new day and new vlog. I hope you have watched yesterday's video and enjoyed it. If not, then you can go and watch that video, which was, you can say, regarding party at Old Irish Pub, which is, you can say, near to my location where I have my apartment. For some people who do not know, I came to Barcelona to Spain for my Erasmus exchange program. Various events, various things are happening, and yesterday we went for a party, and today I thought that there was an Andalusia, south of Spain trip organized by ESN section of, you can say, our university. And since the trip is over, and I thought that there should be a vlog regarding the post-trip experience, regarding some of the information points, like what was the cost, how it was organized, what was my experience throughout, what are the insights that we received for this trip, all these points covering one by one, since we did good rest after the trip. So now if I tell you, then this trip journey started, you can say, on Wednesday night. We had overnight journey from Barcelona, almost 13-14 hours, I would say, by bus first of all, and next day morning we reached to our very first location, which was, you can say, Granada. Now first of all, I'll discuss about the places and what happened there. You can also watch the vlogs. But regarding the cost, the trip costed us around 280 euros. We had to register in advance. We have been shared a Google form. There we had to enter certain set of details. Also there was another form which was shared to us, Google form, where we had to enter our room preferences. Suppose if we want a room with our friends, with our known people, then we can write the name. So that is also an option. If you are planning this trip with someone whom you can also mention what kind of room. Do you want mixed dorms? Do you want only like for girls dorms, or only for boys dorms? You can mention all these details there. So rooming was also assigned to us, and coordinators made several groups, like one for Q&A, you can say, to answer any questions or queries which are there for people, and also one of the group where they share the updates as well. For example, what is the meeting point location, if something changes, or any updates related to it. So now coming to the point, next day morning we reached Granada, and there you can say our check-in time was from 2 o'clock, but there was also a facility, like some people who were sick, they provided a room there for people. And as soon as we reached there in the morning, then there was, you can say, a separate room where we have been asked, okay, go to suppose room number on the first floor, go and you can keep all your stuff there, and you can just carry some of the stuff, since the original check-in time is from 2 o'clock. So you can say at that spot we had to submit kind of some deposit, like 3 euros. We had to give that deposit for the hostel. Each and every person had to give 3 euros, their ID, and then one by one they did check in for everyone, all of the people, almost 60-70, how many people who joined for the trip. And then we placed our stuff in one of the locker rooms, and also for some people who were sick, they have been assigned a room, so that they don't have to wait till 2 o'clock to get to the room. So that was also a good facility. After that, we have been asked that since you can keep your stuff in some hour, you have some time for breakfast. And then we had one Albaicin tour organized, you can say, there, and that was also quite interesting. Regarding the tour was in English as well as in Spanish. So that was organized, you can say, by ESN Granada as well, this Albaicin tour. After the tour, we had the option that, okay, now you have certain set of free time, you can say till evening, maybe till the sunset time. And then we have been asked before as well, since you can either go to Alhambra Palace. So that ticket was not included. We had to book by our own. How much that costed, I have discussed about Alhambra as well. You can watch that vlog as well. Almost around 18-19 euros that ticket costed me. So we had to book that in advance, the slot. People discussed in the WhatsApp group which slot which person is taking, so that you can also group with people and go at particular slot to Alhambra Palace. And we had certain free time, so you can explore the city by your own. You can do whatever you want, and you can then it was asked that till the sunset time, if it's optional, if you want to meet at a point, you can come and watch the sunset. Although the time little bit, I think, got exceeded, and what happened was the location was changed, since the original point that was decided would have taken us some time to reach there. So they told that, okay, spontaneously we are changing the point, and now this is the new point. So that information was also shared, and we went and watched the amazing sunset of Granada from that particular point. It was so amazing. You can see all those glimpses and clips in the vlog. After that, we have been told that now you have also again free time, you can say almost 3-4 hours after watching the sunset, because I think around 10 o'clock or something we had a party organized as well in one of the pubs which is there. That was also quite good. Nocta it is called, and that was included the entry. So we had to go there. There was a list and they were checking the entry. So entry to the pub, city tour, all these things were included in our, you can say, 280 euros that we paid. And then it was optional. If you want to go, you can go. So we went there. Also there was a facility of open bar there. there. Like for certain set of time you can have unlimited drinks, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, according to your preference. And then next day we have been told that there will be another city center tour. You can see, you can rest in the hostel, and then another city center tour which will be organized by ESN Granada. We had that tour, and after that we will depart to our next city. So we, you can say, in a way stayed one night in Granada. Next morning after the city center tour, although the people from ESN Granada, they shared the information where we can go, which shops we can go to buy souvenirs, what are the traditional local shops. I have showed all those glimpses in the vlog. And after that, from there, it took us almost 4 hours to reach to our next point, which was, you can say, Sevilla, the capital of Andalusia, south of Spain. We reached Sevilla, and in Sevilla as well, at that particular day, because I think we reached by afternoon or evening time, so there was a tour organized, although I did not attend that. But at, you can say, evening time, people had the option, to be part of this tour organized by ESN Sevilla, I think. And they participated in that tour. And we also, when we reached Sevilla, we checked into our hostel. So hostel booking was also there. Also before reaching in the bus, certain set of, like, with whom you are sharing the room, sharing the room, that information was also shared. Like for example, 5 or 6 people in a room. So all those things, details have been shared to us, via that particular WhatsApp group. After keeping our stuff in the room, and we knew that okay, at certain time now in the evening we have the tour. Some people who attended, they joined, and after that again at night there was a party organized, although I did not attend it. That I rested on that particular day. And next day we also spent in Sevilla. So Sevilla, you can say, in Sevilla we stayed almost 2 days. Next day in the morning we have been told that there will be a Triana tour organized by ESN Sevilla, and that was also quite amazing. They shared a lot of points there. And then we had, you can say, after the tour of 1.5 hour or a certain time limit, like you can also ask for the location. So like they also shared the information which points in Sevilla you can go. So like I received certain set of information, and based on that I also organized kind of my own city tour in Sevilla. That was also quite amazing to see, whole city around, walking, looking at different monuments. And after that, although there was a thing that in evening on the next day in Sevilla there was a Christmas market thing planned, but there was a La Magna festival which was preparation was also going on that day, and the festival was also on something around that day. So I think to organize with 60-70 people, and with all the crowd who visited Sevilla on that particular day, so that thing did not happen. So they told us that they shared the Christmas market points, which Christmas markets you can go, which tapas bar you can go, where you can watch the flamenco show. All those information related to Sevilla were shared to us, and we had free time to explore on our own, choose on our own, and also where we can watch the typical flamenco show that we watched. That was also superb experience, you can see there, and that is also quite memorable. We saw the flamenco show in Sevilla at a particular time. After that, on that day, actually the day we arrived Sevilla, on that day the Christmas lights were on, but next 2 days it was off because of this festivity. And next day I just explored the city at night as well, little bit by my own. I've also showed or made a random vlog. You can watch that, a spontaneous and magical vlog. And so 2 nights, you can say, we spent in Sevilla. Like very first day we arrived, and then the second night as well. And then next day in the morning, early morning, we departed for Cordoba around 6 o'clock, something like that. And after that it took us almost 3.5 hours to reach to Cordoba. And Cordoba, we did not had any accommodation. So on Sunday we reached Cordoba, no accommodation. So it was like when we reached Cordoba, we had certain time for breakfast, and after that we had one city tour as well of Cordoba. That was also quite amazing. And after that city tour, we had certain free time, and after that we had La Mezquita ticket also included in our tour. So that was also quite amazing. Doing the city tour, we like the spots were shared. The person who did the guided tour, Mano, also shared some of the points where we can have the food, where you can have the bar, which bar you can go, which tapas place you can go, what you can see, which if you want to see the Islamic structures, where you can go. So all those informations were shared by him, or patio places you can also see. So we had certain set amount of time, so we you can say chill or explored by our own. And then in afternoon we had La Mezquita tour that we did, and again we had certain set of free time. So I tried to go to Christmas market. Some people went to have some churros or some different things. I also had churros. And then at night we departed from Cordoba, and next day morning, Monday morning, we reached to Barcelona. So this is how our trip was scheduled, was organized. In the vlog you can see all these details, where we went, what we did, how that place looked like. But the thing was, I would say, the point is, this is regarding the scheduling, how much time we spent in which place, which tour was included there, and how the things were modified or spontaneously organized. Now talking about the organization, was the trip worth it? I would say it is completely worth it. If you get the chance, you should go to Andalusia. The coordinators were really amazing. Some people who had to go to hospital, they accompanied them. Even for some coordinators, you can say they did not explore for the very first time they came to Sevilla, but still they kept their duty in mind. And instead of taking part in the city tour, they helped people to take them to the hospital. They stayed there with them, and since some people who joined the trip, they did not know Spanish, so they helped, they talked in the hospital with them in Spanish, and they coordinated. So in case you require any help, even if they have to come back via cab, so they booked the cab, and they really took good care of all the people who were there. So even someone have lost anything, if you have lost something, if you have if you have some problem in your room, maybe related to bed bugs or anything, so the coordinators were always coordinating, helping, organizing. So that was quite amazing, I would say. And in the mic, sometimes it used to happen they only get 10 or 15 minutes time to have breakfast or lunch, because they're always connecting with people, but they did their duty so good. And also, in case where we have to get the entry, and like in the second place, one more point, in the second hostel in Sevilla, we also had to give €5 deposit. So total we gave €8 deposit, while returning coordinators returned everyone €8, like specifically on the way back. And one more point, to keep people engaged throughout the trip, there were several games who were organized. For example, exposing the bus, selfie killer, you have to take a selfie with people so that people get to know each other, they coordinate with each other, they talk to each other, and they get to interact with each other, because sometimes it can happen that you might go with a group or you might not know anyone. There were several people who did not know anyone before coming, but throughout the trip, I think you get this chance to know people, and to know the place as well. So that was also quite a superb experience. So like I said, talking about the cost, €280. Talking about the days, from Wednesday night it started, and Monday morning we reached, covering 3 cities, you can say Granada, Sevilla, Cordoba. And our organization part was also superb. The trip was completely worth it. I think you will love it when you will join this trip, and you will love Andalusia region as well. And it was quite different to explore. Like, we had some city tours included, parties included, so you have options to choose what you want to do. Nothing was compulsory. Even if you want to take rest, you can take rest. And also, even if you have to coordinate or ask some of the local recommendations from coordinators, then they always used to share all these links via WhatsApp, what you can do. Suppose La Magna was going on, so they shared the location from where the parade will pass. So all these, you can say, kind of minor or major details, everything was shared via group. And they were really helping people out as well, keeping them engaged. And that requires time and effort, so respect for that as well. And also, contact details, rules, PDF informations were shared. Like, there was a PDF where the timings were mentioned, what things are included, where we'll go, like as soon as we registered for the trip, so what would be the cost, which are the recommended places, food places, everything was mentioned on the PDF as well. Like, what are the rules, what are the emergency contacts, and what you will get, and what you have to bring for your trip, what you will get there, and what you might have to bring with you, including your ID or passport, something. So all these things were shared. So Andalusia trip was an amazing trip, and I think I'll end this vlog now by thanking each and every person involved, including the coordinators, whether from Barcelona, from Granada, from Sevilla, from Cordoba. Everyone, I think, did their part superbly, amazingly. You will love them when you will go to the trip if you meet them. Otherwise, I think they did this thing voluntarily, but I think it really means a lot for each and every one of us who took part as well in this trip. So by thanking again each and everyone, I think I'll end this vlog now. Rest, like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye, ciao ciao, namaste, chalo, adios. See you in new day, new vlog. Also, you can go to different playlists and watch videos according to your interest. Now you can also go to new launch playlist regarding Barcelona, regarding Spain, to watch videos accordingly. And also, there are some playlists regarding Valencia, Zaragoza, medieval town trips, so you can watch videos in that whenever you get time. And also, there is a new playlist regarding Andalusia. I would recommend you to watch those vlogs. You will surely enjoy it. I think so. Bye bye.